You're welcome back. Let's do some business now. And the Minister of Environment, Science, Technology and Innovation, Mahama Yarga, on Wednesday briefed Parliament on preparations towards the 21st session of the United Nations Framework Convention on Climate Change. The 2015 United Nations Climate Change Conference, COP21 or CMP11, will be held in France from November 30 to December 11. The conference objective is to achieve a legally binding and universal agreement on climate change from all the nations of the world.
This conference will be the largest gathering of the global community to address the challenge of global warming. Permit me, therefore, Mr. Speaker, to throw more light on the dynamics of global warming for our common education. Roughly 7.2 billion of us human beings live on the earth now. In 1750, at the beginning of the Industrial Revolution, the world's population was only 800 million. Our population is rising by around 75 million per year. The 7.2 billion people depend on nature for food and water, material for survival and safety. The production of material goods for humanity's sustenance has created a gigantic world economy producing over $90 trillion worth of output per year. This production level translates into adverse human impacts on the physical environment through the exploitation of natural resources.
The Environmental Protection Agency has put Ghana's readiness to combat oil spill at 70%, but the Global Initiative for West, Central and Southern Africa on oil spill says that will not be enough to combat a national emergency. The initiative is advocating a West African coalition to deal with oil spills in Africa.
Over 19 oil and gas fields discovered in Ghana. Many have wondered the preparedness of the country should there be a spill. The EPA says Ghana is 70% ready to combat oil spill together with oil companies. The Environmental Protection Agency, however, says no country can totally deal with large spills.
We are ahead of most of the countries within the sub-region in terms of what is required, the minimum that is required for each country to be said that they have a certain level of preparedness. We have more than 70%. We have more than 70% of that requirement. We've gone through training, we've done a number of exercises, and we have a contingency plan in place.
The Global Initiative for West Africa, Central and South Africa says there is an urgent need for West African countries to pool resources in case of emergencies. The initiative is worried should there be a major spill, West African countries may not be able to pool resources. Based on this, 22 countries in sub-Saharan Africa who produce oil have met to deliberate on how they can work together to prevent oil spills in the first place and protect their territorial waters.
The purpose of GI WACAF is to try and ensure that West Africa as a whole is prepared. It's very timely, it's expensive in terms of resources and equipment and money for every country to have its own fully prepared response organization, and it may never be used.
The EPA last year toured Ghana's coastal line of 550 kilometers to identify changes that have occurred since oil exploration started in 2004. The information is expected to be used in the country's oil sensitivity mapping data.